What's poppin', friends? Nex here, glad you could join me for a few minutes today. As with last week's video, I would like to open up by saying that there may be some spoilers for episode 7, so if you're waiting for episode 8 to drop before watching the full finale, you may want to wait until a later time to watch this video. Now let's get started. After being a little rough on Blitzo last week, I thought it was only fair to give Stolas some attention. Currently, Stolas is my favorite character in Hell of a Boss. Funny story, I actually watched the "I want that thing" scene all the way to the end of the episode, so my first impression of Stolas was him trying to be a better father with Octavia. Imagine my surprise when Callan and I sat down to watch all of Hell of a Boss, and I watched his interaction with Blitzo in episode 1. While most of Blitzo's bad mistakes in regard to his relationship with Stolas were in episode 7, Stolas had made some major mistakes over the course of the whole series. We've watched their relationship evolve in the background, with Stolas going from being sexually invested to him being more emotionally invested. He often refers to Blitz in a more belittling manner, like he's a possession rather than a partner starting off. In episode 1, he refers to Blitz as
my little imp.
Their relationship starts as a deal to let Blitz use the book, while Stolas gets to have Blitz once a month.
Once a month, on the full moon, you return the book to me, followed by a night of passionate fornication. And you get to keep it all the rest of the time,
It's an entirely sexual pretense, and frankly, Blitz doesn't have control of the situation. He's a toy for Stolas to use, since Stolas could easily kill him without any effort. Moving on to episode 2, instead of just greeting Blitz normally on the phone in front of his daughter, he greets Blitz as...
What?
Why, hello, my big-dicked Blitzy.
Instead of just using his name, he has to make it a sexual thing, trying to spend more time observing Blitzo while also just getting away from Stella. He's seeking an escape while also thinking he's taking Octavia into consideration and trying to be the fun parent. It takes everything falling apart and Octavia actually talking to him about how she feels for him to realize that he didn't once listen to what his daughter wanted.
Are you gonna run off with him? And leave me behind? Go away where I can't find you?
What? No. No, never. I'd never do that. Never. I think it's time to leave this place.
He made the day about escaping from Stella and spent the whole time flirting with Blitz instead of actually focusing on his daughter's needs. Finally, he takes Octavia out of the park and presumably he takes her to Stylish Occult instead. The next time we see Stolas is in episode 5. While we don't see much of his personal time with Blitz, he makes it a point to constantly comment on Blitz and how sexually drawn he is to the imp at the Harvest Moon Festival.
Good luck to you all! Especially that sexy little one there. Yoo-hoo, Blitzy.
Oh, fuck me.
It's demeaning, setting Blitz in a foul mood every time Stolas starts talking about him.
The winners are Striker and my darling Blitzy.
Just say my name right, fucking dick.
Instead of just having respect for Blitz, he still belittles him and acts very patronizing. Constantly. Episode 6 brings a very interesting interaction with Stolas and Blitz, where Stolas appears when Blitz is in danger. Even when he's rescuing Blitz, he still demeans him. He refers to Blitz as, well...
Who dare threaten my impish little plaything?
Who said that?
He also makes it known that he watches Blitz.
Stole it. Well, hold on. How did you know that we needed help?
I have my ways, darling. Are you all right?
We don't know exactly how he spies on Blitz, but we do know that he can conjure images in the bubbles of his bath. Additionally, when asking about a reward for rescuing Blitz, the first thing that comes to Blitz's mind is sex.
Am I going to get any thank you for the rescue, Blitzy?
Well, I suppose you should. Want me to fuck your brains out tonight?
Very much so.
All right, but you're keeping quiet or I'm using those bear traps.
Oh, please do.
Wow.
He's gotten to where he sees himself as little more than a sex toy for Stolas. Instead of talking about their relationship, Stolas lets things progress how they're already going and leaves the arrangement alone. Why mess with things that are working, right? And then we get to episode 7. Stolas is spending the weekend alone because Octavia's with her mother, meaning that Stolas and Stella are presumably separated and potentially considering divorce. He's lonely, bored, depressed, watching a telenovela.
Why won't you let me, Alejandro?
That's a mood, Gabriella.
Suddenly, his darling little Blitzy calls and invites him on what he believes is a date. He's flattered, love-struck, and trying to go with the date idea, even though it's obvious Blitz isn't invested in spending time with Stolas. Now, from the preview of Season 2 that Viv released, it's apparent that Stolas was originally taken aback and flattered by how forward Blitzo's flirting was. He had been intent on grabbing the book, and I theorized that this was the pretense that started their sexual relationship. However, emotions began to build, and Stolas may have believed that Blitz was also developing an emotional attachment once he invited Stolas out. When Asmodeus begins to turn the entire club's attention to Stolas, he has no idea what to do or how to react. He gets called out for,
"Are you sleeping with an imp?"
and he initially tries to run away. To protect himself from the gaze of others and further shame, he was ready to entirely abandon Blitz. Obviously, Blitz is upset. Asmodeus begins to point out that Stolas followed his heart and destroyed his family in the process, and instead of dealing with the shame and supporting Blitz in the situation, he hides behind his menu. Now, Stolas ultimately let Blitz down a lot in this moment. Watching Moxie and Millie finish Moxie's song with a kiss, he seems to realize that he erred and is trying to reach out to Blitz, presumably to apologize or say something to smooth things over. But Blitz shies away and says that they should leave, which Stolas agrees to, and tries to hide himself from Asmodeus' view on the way out. When they arrive back at Stolas' manor, Stolas tries to invite Blitz inside, and Blitz finally tells Stolas how he feels, how Stolas makes him feel. To his credit, Stolas accepts this response and even drops the demeaning nickname.
Okay. Good night, Blitz.
Night.
In spite of Stolas sitting down on the stairs and feeling defeated, I honestly believe that he put himself in this situation. For once, Blitz was the first one to be honest. For once, Blitz shared his feelings first, and it takes this pain for them to function together properly. I really do hope that Season 2 brings some closure and rekindling of the Stolas ship, but I don't see Stolas popping up in Episode 8. Once the entirety of Season 1 is out, I plan on making a Stolas overview and why it has the potential to no longer be a toxic relationship. Well, assuming things don't change in Episode 8, of course. Who knows? Things may wind up getting worse. I'm looking forward to the release of the Season 1 finale, and I'm excited for when Season 2 starts to come out as well. I really look forward to building upon these characters in this world and learning more and more about Viv's vision for hell in her universe. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Stay safe, friends. It's a wild world outside.